Welcome back to the MSU Federal Credit Union Coaches Show.
In MSU gymnastics young season, the Spartans are 1-1, but don't let their season opening loss to number 7 Alabama fool you. This year's team is just as talented, if not more, than last year's NCAA regional squad, and it's where 6th-year coach Mike Rowe and I begin our chat this week. First of all, I appreciate you sitting down with us to talk about the season and kind of the excitement after everything that transpired last year. So how would you describe the beginning of the year so far for you guys after everything that you were able to accomplish in 2022?
It's nice to think or say that we could just pick right up from where we left off. But when we had 6 new additions to the team and we lost 5 seniors that were crucial to the leadership and obviously the talent that we had to get us where we were last year, we tried to be realistic about it and saying, okay, this is going to happen, but we can probably make it happen over a little bit of time. I think the 4 months of our preseason was a good enough amount of time where we could slowly transition back to where we were, and I think that's a lot of the reason why we came out of the gates as well as we did this year.
Off of that too, you begin the year with Alabama, a very tough team. So what did you like out of that, even though you walked away with a loss?
Yeah, 4/10. 4/10 of a point. That's hard, especially when you know that they did so well. And we saw different areas on each event where we really could have honed in, picked up what we needed, a 10th here or there. If we picked up a couple 10ths here or there, we could have been victorious without a doubt. We had so many wins in so many ways. Being on an SEC stage against a program that, traditionally goes to nationals, has 7 or 8 national championships under their belt. I thought going to there the first meet of the season was almost early preparation for being on the national stage in the postseason.
You mentioned that you did lose some people, some key pieces, some key gymnasts, but also at the same time you're returning 2 very instrumental pieces from last year's team in Skylar Schulte and Gabby Stevens. When you think about what they were able to do last year and now your expectations for them this season, how would you describe what that is?
I think it worked out perfectly for us because Skylar as a qualifier on beam to the national championships and Gabby going along with her kind of is her best bud, her bestie, whatever, and seeing that experience as individuals, the whole process, seeing the teams that made it there, and then looking back going, we're as good as these guys, we should be here. We don't need to settle to make it here. We can really realistically be here. And I think it's much more difficult being at the national championships as an individual than it is as a team. It's not about the talent. It's about the consistency and the presentation and the just keeping those scores up, that consistency of weekend to weekend.
You have a very tough competitor coming to town this weekend in number 3 Michigan. Also, though will be a very big meet for you in a sense. It's the Title IX meet and Alumni Day. Describe to me what it's going to be like going up against Michigan, the challenges that they present.
They're always prepared. They're always prepared in any given scenario. They're a very traditionally competitive, successful team. I don't know how many Big Ten championships, but it's a lot, 20-some, maybe more. So they've always been in the Big Ten conference, the ones to reckon with, and always been challenging for us, and us always striving to build our program to at some day reach that level. Well, our culture's changed to a point now where it's almost like we're more focused on competing against ourselves every week and doing a little bit better, and it proved to work for us last year.
If you're planning on going to the Spartans meet on Sunday, be on the lookout for Rowe's custom Title IX shoes. And additionally, he would love to see Jenison jam-packed just like it was for the wrestling team's duel earlier this month against the Wolverines. As always, we hope you enjoyed this week's episode of the MSU Federal Credit Union Coaches Show. Have a happy and healthy weekend.